Hey guys and girls, it's Russ from russhelppti.com. A few weeks ago, you may remember I did a video for you guys which was not so much fitness based, it was more just real world advice. We helped one of our followers get out of a situation she was having where her partner was being a dick and saying, you know, you have to lose weight if you want me to stay with you. And we helped her get away from that whole situation. I got a lot of good feedback from you guys since then. And in the aftermath of that, a lot of people have been asking, Russ, will you do a few more videos from time to time which are less fitness based and ones where you're just giving general advice to people on things you've been through. And one of the emails which really stood out to me in that time, which I want to address in today's video, hopefully help you, came from Jeremy. Jeremy says, Russ, I'm a male model, been watching your videos, doing the fitness tips for a while, I'm in the best shape of my life and my career is about to take off. First of all, congratulations, thank you for the compliment as well. It's why I make these videos. And we'll continue to do that knowing that it's helping people. But he goes on and he says, Russ, here's the thing though, there's always a thing in these emails. Here's the thing, my partner of 5 years, Jeremy's 20 by the way, so his partner's effectively his childhood sweetheart, says my partner of 5 years has just found out she's pregnant. What the hell do I do? I feel like my life might be over before it's begun. I'm not going to have time to do any of the things I want to do with my career or traveling. My job, I might have to travel for that. Do I have to give up my career? He says, and this really started me. He says, Russ, I trust your judgment from the way that you handled that lady's problem a few days back. Can you give me some advice? Because I know that you've got 2 kids. What's your advice? Okay. Jeremy and anybody else watching this, a lot of guys find themselves in this situation. My advice may shock you. It will at least make you realize that you were not alone and you're not the first guy this has happened to. Because if you ever meet my partner, okay, any of you guys ever come to my gym and you meet my partner Sally, she will tell you that when she first told me, Russ, sit down, we had the talk, I'm pregnant. She'll tell you, from that point on, I can't remember what happened next, but she'll tell you that I did not talk to her for 24 to 48 hours, 1 to 2 days. I didn't speak. I can't even remember this. It's like I blacked out. During that time, it seems stupid to most women. They're like, what? But guys go through this shit. I'll tell you though, the things that run through your head are exactly what are running through your head and what am I going to do? Back then, I wasn't doing all this stuff with my fitness career that I'm doing these days. I wasn't, progressing as much as I am these days, but I had all these fears, like I know what I want to do, but I'm never going to have time to do it. I'm never going to be able to, I'm just going to have to take any job and do whatever I can to get money. We're going to be struggling all the time. Is that the kind of example I want to lead to my son? Is that the kind of man I want to be to my son? And you start thinking all this shit and you start doubting yourself. You start getting ready to quit things that you really want to do. You know what? Having kids, I've got 2 now by the way, having kids was the best thing that I ever did. And I'm not just saying that as some bullshit thing that parents say because they can't go back and change it. Let me tell you, if there was a time machine right here and I could go back and change it, I would not go back and change it. In fact, I'd probably go back just so I can live it all again. It was the best time of my life. Once I got over being a jackass, being a child, my reaction, like, oh no, my life's over. But that's something every guy goes through. It actually, someone once said to me that you're not a man until you've got a son. And I kind of get what that means now. I'm not disrespecting anyone that's not a dad, by the way. But it really, I just think back to how I was before I had kids. I was a child. Fuck, I was a child. I was so immature. And I'm still pretty immature now when I'm with the kids, making them laugh and stuff. But hell, I look back and I just think, that was the best thing that ever happened to me. My career took off from having kids as well. And I'll tell you that's one of the things that you really touched upon there. Is my career over? Hell no. Your career, you look back in 10 years and think, I thought that was a career. Look where I am now. Because now that you've got a reason to progress. Let me tell you, before we had Junior, my eldest, who's 7 now, before we had him, I wasn't doing this much with fitness. I always wanted to, but I wasn't. I was kind of just coasting. Doing any bullshit job that I could to get a bit of money so we could go out and spend it and shit. We were just living month to month, not really progressing, I had a job, I didn't have a career. That's what I'm trying to say. All of a sudden, shit changed. I had to book my ideas up. You can't just quit your job and go and pursue something like a madman with no money, you'll end up on the street. But I had to really decide, what am I going to do? How am I going to do it? And there's risks all of a sudden. You want to show your son that they don't want to be the sort of person that grows up and just lets people push them into fucking pigeonholes in society that they don't want to be in. You don't want to work in an office, don't work in an office. You don't want to, I don't know, work in a factory, don't work in a factory. You want to be a male model, you fucking be a male model. Use that as an example to push and be the best male model that you can be. And that's where all the work ethic, all the determination you see on my work, on what Russ How PTI does, on the people I work with, the training programs, or the reputation I've earned, is all come from that one day when Sally sat me down and she said, Russ, I'm pregnant. Once you get over the shock, I tell you man, a switch goes off and you think, right, I've got a reason now to make something of my life. What you were doing before is great, but you just watch. Once this novelty wears off, you just watch what happens to you. Not just with your career, but just with the way you behave as a man. You'll notice that you're a lot stronger, you're a lot more mature, you've got something to focus all of that attention on and an example to set to your youngster. So, Jeremy, will this wreck your life? Is your life over? I think I pretty much answered that question. Hell no, it won't. I hope this helps you. And anyone else out there that's about to have kids, honestly man, congratulations. It's fucking hard. It's hard, but if something ain't hard, why the hell do you want it in the first place, right? It's the best thing that you can possibly do. If you keep putting it off saying, oh, it's not the right time, I gotta tell you, there's never a perfect time. If I was waiting for the perfect time, I'd still probably be waiting saying, my career's a lot better now, but now I'd be saying, oh, I'm too busy. Where am I gonna find time? It's just, there's always something. If if you're in that situation, deal with it. You will not regret it, okay? And I hope this helps you and just puts you at ease a little bit. Thanks. Bye-bye. Alright guys, if you're not on our email newsletter yet, I'll put the link up there. Click that, get on the newsletter. There's over 30,000 people now following our tips around the world via the newsletter. And there's nothing stopping you from getting results too. Whether it's for fat loss tips without the jargon, or muscle building facts, or supplement advice. The guys and girls on my newsletter also get the first word about any Russ How PTI training programs that I release before they're released to the public, my gym, my website, across my social media. They literally get the first word. Which leaves me with one question. What the hell are you still doing here? Long day at work today. I love doing these videos afterwards. Relieves the tension.